PlayStation 4 games, and also some PlayStation Vita games, which was crazy to see. Last of Us Remastered, got some more sports game. Found this Resident Evil 5 game, which was one. And right off the bat, the first game I found was this Rock Band 4 for $6. What's up everyone, it's Austin and we are back with another episode of my $10 Nintendo Collection series. We have officially started the new year, and I guess for this video, I'll just take some time recapping some awesome things that I accomplished or did in 2024. So I guess we started the last year off pretty much continuing with our $10 game collection series. That's the first part, the first season of all of this. I had amassed just so many video games and it was so much fun doing that. But we pretty much just did that for the first half of the year. We concluded that series in May. Really cool to see just how much stuff I had on my shelf at the end of it, and was really glad I was able to give away some of that to you guys as well. Once I had finished that series, I actually just took a break and made some more fun, interesting videos that I really enjoyed. For example, I started a PlayStation Vita collection. It's been so much fun looking for PlayStation Vita games because they're really hard to come by nowadays and find out in the wild. But the great thing is a lot of the games are really fun as well. I just actually started playing Gravity Rush on the PlayStation Vita and I'm definitely hooked. Something about PlayStation Vita games are like really dark but also charming and also pretty fun gameplay wise. And this Gravity Rush game has some very unique elements in terms of navigating and maneuvering in the game. I also got to emphasize a little bit more on my Nintendo Switch collection. I've been picking up a lot more Switch games. The Switch is just so much fun to collect for because there's just a huge variety, a huge library of video games, and you can't possibly collect all the games. But I did get some pretty cool collector items as well that I showed you guys already. Next, we got the chance to start this Nintendo collection series, and I think we've been doing pretty good so far. I know with Nintendo games, it's a lot harder to find them around thrift stores and pawn shops, and they're a bit more expensive. But I guess I've been consistently able to find items that we could flip out in the wild and just show you guys that pretty much anybody could do this if they wanted. We've been going strong for close to 30 weeks now with this series, and I hope that continues in 2025. I don't really have any crazy goals for this new year. I guess the first goal is to try to hit 5,000 subscribers. But other than that, who knows what can happen this year. I just hope I can still have the availability to go and do these game collecting videos and maybe even start up a new series. Well, I guess we have to finish this Nintendo series first and then see what goes on from there. But yeah, I think I've done enough talking to start off this video. We picked up a ton of stuff from last week's episode and got to get a lot of it listed on eBay to build up our game fund. But let's get into our collection and get into these updates. Here we are at our video game showcase, and we actually have a ton of sales. We got 6 sales, and I'm going to try to get over them as quick as I can. The first item we sold is this one right here. It's a PlayStation Vita case only, this God of War that sold for $17.50, and we picked it up for $1 at the bins. The next item is this NCAA Football 14. This one we sold for $33.50, which is great, and we got it for $1 at the bins as well. Next, we got this Minecraft game that sold for $17.50, and we also got it for $1 at the bins. We sold this Black Ops 2 for, I think, $18.50, and we got this one for $1 at the bins. We sold down here this Test Drive game, and this one sold for around $18-ish too. And we got this one for free. We picked it up at that GameStop visit that we had. Lastly, we sold one more game, and it's going to be this one right here. This Wii Sports, missing the manual. And this one sold for $30. Nice little bundle of games. Going to get these all packaged and shipped. After eBay fees and shipping, this is how much we'll get to add back to our collection. For our first visit, we are checking out Pawn America, and they usually have these racks full of video games. On the top shelf, they had a bunch of Nintendo Switch games, some loose games as well, and just looking for anything that is a good deal that I could possibly pick up, maybe add to my collection. They had some unique titles as well. A lot of loose games, as you guys can see. This Into the Dead 2 game, which I had never seen before. On the middle shelf, they had some PlayStation 4 games and also some PlayStation Vita games, which is crazy to see, and they had a decent variety of these as well, with some good prices. On the bottom shelf, they had this Nintendo Switch Sports for $10, and this was an amazing deal. I actually already have this in my personal collection, but I may pick this one up just to flip. And then we just got some more titles over here. I found this Resident Evil game for $6. Great deal as well. We found this Red Dead Redemption Game of the Year edition for $10, which is also an amazing price. I think this game values for around $20 to $30. Did hang on to this and debated if I wanted to grab it or not. And then I also found this FIFA 13. I found this game last time and debated on picking this one up for $4. That's just a great deal for a PlayStation Vita game. Checking out the last of these games over here. Wasn't anything too special. Just a mixture of PlayStation 4 and Xbox One games. Just gonna quickly show you guys. You guys like do any sales or like give any deals on stuff at all? Like games, I guess. I was debating on this game too, if you were going lower on that, but it's just some lower end games, I guess. For our next visit, we're checking out this PayMore electronics store. They usually have a 4 for $25 deal on video games. Got some higher end games on this shelf. The employee pulled out this N64 game. This was like their only one. This Elmo Numbers game, which I had never seen before. Checking out their glass case in the back wall as well. This is where they had all the games that were part of the 4 for $25 deal. So I think I will probably grab those 2 Switch games, and then there's like a Marvel game over there. Not Avengers, but
Marvel Pinball, the Xbox game right here.
Yeah. I guess I want to have a look at that. I haven't seen that before. It's okay. Wow. Oh, you guys even have some PS5 games in there, which is crazy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's Modern Warfare 2, Need for Speed Unbound, and then Mortal Kombat.
Guess what do I have so far? Just these?
Yeah, these 4.
Yeah, I guess we'll just do these 4.
Gotcha.
If that works. Yeah.
Yeah, that's got it.
Here at our game showcase, and we just made a sale. It's gonna be a Blu-ray right here, and sold for a good amount. This Texas Chainsaw double feature actually sold for $39, and we picked it up at a thrift store for around $4 or $5. We've got a quick sale. Just sold this game on the PlayStation 4. It's this Rocksmith game that actually sold for $36.50. Crazy to see how much value this one has. Picked it up for $1 at the bins. Gonna get this packaged and shipped. After eBay fees and shipping, this is how much we'll get to add back to our game fund. We made a visit to another PayMore store trying to take advantage of this 4 for $25 deal. And this store in particular has a nice selection of video games. Got some Xbox 360 games on the top, along with some PlayStation 2 games on the middle row. Just looking for anything profitable. Gonna need to build up our game fund. So a lot of these games also are not part of the deal, which gets a little bit confusing. The employee also showed me the bottom shelf underneath, and in this cabinet you had a bunch of games that just weren't in the display case, and they had some PlayStation 4 games which were really interesting as well. Also some GameCube games, just a bunch of sports titles. Gonna quickly show you guys everything that was down here. Maybe I probably missed a lot of decent stuff in here as well. Last of Us Remastered, got some more sports game. Found this Resident Evil 5 game, which was one that I did debate on picking up as well, along with Days Gone. I've been looking for this game because I just recently got a PlayStation 5 and have always been wanting to check this game out. Also this Contra Corps game, which I hadn't really seen before. Lastly, we got some Xbox One games along with some other games as well. I think this GameCube game was missing. There was one game from the top shelves that I found, which was this Rocksmith game on the Xbox One. I learned that this game, for some reason, has a little bit of value on the Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
But kind of hit or miss. Switch games usually go pretty quick, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And actually,
Guess you
if
had
you want
one.
to pick one, we changed it too.
Oh, really?
You get an extra one, 5 for 20.
Okay.
You get extra.
I guess just that Switch game. Is that Switch game? Okay. The one behind
This one?
the Lego one. Yeah.
Pay shipping on that.
Yeah. That's awesome. Have you guys been pretty busy?
Yeah, I picked
For
up
the holidays.
The holidays, it seems like it picked up, yeah. Alright, so $20.99.
For our last stop, we're checking out this Half Price Books store. Starting off in the PlayStation section and just looking for anything profitable. I've been having some pretty good luck at these Half Price bookstores recently. And right off the bat, the first game I found was this Rock Band 4 for $6. I had a feeling this was a good deal, and after scanning it up, it actually does go for around like 50 to 60 bucks, which is crazy. Such an awesome find to start this off. Looking over the Xbox section next, and I don't think I found anything too special here. We had a copy of Black Ops 1 and 2, and these were going for the market prices. Another interesting item that I found here was this Dark Souls 2 Black Armor Edition for $25. I actually have this in my personal collection already, but that's a good one to look out for. Down in the Switch section though, they had about 5 games, and I spotted this Kirby Star Allies game for $30. This just felt like a really good deal. I still need 2 more Kirby games, so this was an option for me to grab while I was here. They also had Mario Odyssey for $30 and a couple of Just Dance games. Before I left, I had to check out the clearance section, and they actually had a decent row of games over here. I found this Lost in Blue game, which was not supposed to be here. And then also Battlefield 2 on the Xbox 360 for $3. You know, it's not bad, but it's always worth checking out the clearance games. They had some Blu-rays on clearance, and I spotted this Halloween Curse of Michael Myers and H2O movie. This one just looked really interesting, and for $3, did decide to grab this one as well.
Hello. Let's grab these.
Alright, $40.93. You also get a coupon calendar for next year.
We're back in the game room, guys, and that wraps up our game hunting for this week. Made a visit to a couple of pawn shops and picked up some decent items. We made a stop at Pawn America, which is a pretty big pawn store chain in my area, and we came away with 3 games. They even gave us a little deal on this, I think like a $5 deal. We picked up FIFA 13 on the PlayStation Vita. I think this is like a European version or something with the PEGI 3 on there. Got this for $4, and I might just add this to my personal Vita collection. We then picked up a copy of Nintendo Switch Sports for $10. This game still values at around $30 to $40. I haven't actually played this one yet, but apparently it's not as good as the original Wii Sports. And then lastly, we just picked up a copy of Red Dead Redemption Game of the Year Edition. I did complete the main game, but never got through the Undead Nightmare. I remember I was trying to play this on the Xbox One, and there was a little glitch where the heads would be missing off characters, and that was a pretty big problem, I guess. We made a visit to 2 PayMore stores in my area. They always have their 4 for $25 deal going on, and I think we even got a better deal at the last one because they were having an even bigger sale. We picked up a copy of Elmo's Number Journey on the N64. I had never seen this one before, but apparently there's like an alphabet or letter journey as well. Probably just some educational kids game. We got new Tales from the Borderlands Deluxe Edition on the Nintendo Switch. Apparently this is like a sequel to the original one, and it's developed by Telltale, so I'm pretty sure it plays like those games. Mario and Rabbids Spark of Hope. For some reason, this is like the cheapest Mario game on the Switch, I believe. Never got into these tactical turn-based games, but there is a decent following for these. We got Marvel Pinball Epic Collection. I had never seen this one before, so picked it up because I thought it could have had a little bit of value. We'll probably be flipping this, but yeah, it looks really cool. The cover looks really nice. At the second PayMore store, we came away with 5 games. We got one Switch game, Lego Worlds. The employee is super nice at this stop. He actually threw in 1 game for free. He's done this twice now, so definitely want to check that store out again. We picked up Rocksmith 2014 on the Xbox One. These Rocksmith games, for some reason, hold some decent value on the PS4 and Xbox One. We then came away with 3 PlayStation 4 games. We got Contra Corps. It was a Contra game, so I thought this would have had a little bit more value, but apparently this is a pretty badly reviewed game. It's like a top-down double stick shooter. Not the biggest fan of these styles of games. We then picked up Days Gone, and this one I just wanted to pick up to personally play. I actually did put this into my PlayStation 5 already and was playing it. I did not realize it was an open world zombie game, so a big fan of these styles of games. Excited to jump back into this world and see how well the story plays out. We then picked up Resident Evil 5 on the PlayStation 4, hoping to one day play through all of these Resident Evil games. Lastly, we made a visit to Half Price Books, and I've been finding some pretty nice deals there lately. We got this Halloween double pack on Blu-ray. This one just looked pretty cool. It doesn't really hold too much value. May just end up keeping it and watching it. We got Halloween Curse of Michael Myers and H2O Halloween. We picked up Rock Band 4 on the PlayStation 4, and apparently this one holds a ton of value. Not sure why as compared to the Xbox One. Picked it up for $7 and values for around like 40 to 50 bucks. And the great thing is by flipping this one, it will allow us to pretty much get this Kirby game for free. This is Kirby Star Allies. Still looking for Forgotten Land, but this will allow us to add 1 more tally to the Kirby games. Apparently this is a platformer side-scrolling game and allows you to play couch co-op. There are a lot of boss battles, puzzles that you have to go through, and just looks like a ton of fun to play with friends. I'm gonna go ahead and add these games to the collection right now and put 1 tally to the Kirby games. So cool that we can still find game deals at the pawn shops. I think it's one of the better places to go game hunting nowadays. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this week. Thank you guys all for tuning in, and I'll see you all on the next one.